Howdy everyone, welcome back to a terrible audio video. I'm terribly sorry about the quality. I'm very sorry about that. What's going on? I hope everything is recording well. Because today we have some exciting news. Just a couple moments ago, I just checked my notifications. Boom! Sunbreak content. Capcom dropped a brand new trailer. So we're going to discuss what they've dropped. Now I just want to be very clear that I have to make videos for the main channel. But first I have to dissect stuff because there's so much new content I have to read. Especially with the update list. I need to know what's going on. So I'll read it over here. So I do apologize for the poor quality in advance. Very sorry about that, but you're welcome to stick around. Hello. So, we have a lot to talk about. Now this is going to be regarding the expansion only, okay? You know, if you want to purchase the expansion, obviously you can do it separately, but you have to also update the base game, which will cost around 13 gigs of RAM. I made a mistake. 13 megabytes. I keep mixing up. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Today is such a crazy day. We have no water, so yeah, okay. Yeah, blame the water, I guess. I'm sorry. 13 gigabytes. 13 gigabytes. Honestly, I keep bumbling all over today. What's going on with me, okay? I'm just so tired, honestly. I'm so freaking tired. Yeah, I gotta find excuses for my bumbling up my words. So, okay, the base game requires 13 gigs of update, which you can update on the 30th, you know, and once you update the base game, you can play the DLC. So, as it says, in order to use DLC and play online, you need to update Monster Hunter Rise to the latest version. Basically, the final version of Monster Hunter Rise. Okay. Notes about the Nintendo Switch version. You can check which version you're at the bottom right of the title screen. Online gameplay requires Nintendo Switch Online membership. If you don't have access to internet, you can play local player, as long as everyone uses the same version of the software. Okay, and if you want to know more, check their support page for information. The Nintendo support page. Okay, so what's going to be available is, okay, updates that require purchase of Sunbreak expansion will become available on official release date of the expansion, June 30th. So, I don't know why it says June 29th over here. Oh, wait, okay. So, the required space for this expansion is 10 gigs. Now, this will change, obviously, if you have not purchased the game right now. If you purchase the game a couple months later, obviously with the free updates added into this number, it'll be larger. It'll be very large. But currently it's 10. Currently it's 10. If you purchase it later throughout the year or even next year, it will be a massive, massive update. Okay. Steam, it's about 22 gigs. Okay, dang, thank goodness I don't have it on Steam. In fact, I don't really use my laptop for gaming. So please make sure you have enough space. Now here's the thing, if you have a Nintendo Switch, I recommend getting a ultra speed micro USB. I've just purchased one, a very cheap one, and it works very fine. Make sure it has a speed of at least 80 megabytes per second or even 100 megabytes per second. Anything more than 65 megabytes per second is okay. You know, and make sure that it says UHS I or UHS double I. I can't remember what exactly the code was, but there's a specific type of micro SD card you need for your Nintendo Switch. You can also check it up on their sites. Okay, now this is the details. Okay, patch version. Okay, content that requires purchase. Okay. Now, if an item has this Sunbreak symbol next to it, that means you can only access this content with purchase of the expansion. You know, there will be some content, some DLC that you can actually use for the base game of Rise only, but there will also be some that's exclusively for Sunbreak. You know, okay. Now we have the main meat of the dish. We have new story content, Master Rank, a new difficulty, New base, new monsters, locales, and endemic life, new weapon trees, armor, layered armor, decorations, and skills. You know, the basic necessities of a Monster Hunter game. We also have new character creation elements, switch skill swaps, basically some more features. These are like the new stuff, for your crafting, such as rampage decorations, an improvement to the lottery and melding pots. Basically, they're expanding upon what they have already, so it's kind of cool, more features and more options. I'm really excited about the new options. Okay, now we also have new moves as well, new training area features. Oh, that's something I'm excited for. New attacks, that's cool. Recovery items, well, okay. Okay, it's basically interesting changes. You know, skills, status elements. Okay, character creation, basically new types of hairstyles and stuff like that. Very simple stuff. And when it comes to your palicos and palamutes, they have a lot of extra stuff. Okay, basically, new weapons, obviously, new gear. We also have a thing called follower quest, where you have NPC hunters joining you on certain missions. Okay, so that's going to be a cool feature. Better than rampages, because rampages suck so much. We also have, they're talking about the difficulty quests. Okay, hunting skills have been added to types of completion conditions for optional subquests. Okay, new monsters, new turf wars, the damage you receive from some monster attacks while in midair has been reduced. Okay, so basically certain fixes for certain monsters, like the hitbox on Baroth. I forgot that the monsters in the game. There's so many monsters in Sunbreak. I'll get to the monster list very shortly, but there's so many monsters in Sunbreak and in Rise already, so the monsters coming in Sunbreak is just gonna add more to that flavor. Okay, so we have so much. Small monsters adjust the distance and at which small monsters will appear on screen. Okay. Okay, some small monsters are now easier to stagger. Okay, Wyvern riding. Okay, basically some updates on that. Endemic life, uh, base and facilities. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of information. Some parts of the quest counter menu. Okay, a lot of things have been updated. Rampage decorations. Uh, okay, content for level 4 decoration. Okay. So basically, like new features, Look at this stuff. It's just so much. New poses. Okay. New album photos. They're basically also going to add more stuff to the camera, which is really cool. Okay. So there's a new feature where it'll show you which direction your great wire bug will send you. So if you stumble upon a great wire bug, it'll point to a certain direction on the map to where you go. Where would you go if you use that wire bug? Pretty cool stuff. Chat menu. I don't play online, so there's no need for that. It's okay. I good memory. Honestly, I have terrible memory for stuff like this, but I'm pretty excited. You know, I'm very excited about this. So you also have for player bug fixes. Okay, so there's just so much of bug fixes. Look at that. Honestly, so much of things decreased and increased. Now, for me personally, a lot of people get into the weapons so much more than me. I like the weapons, but at the same time, I don't really get so into them to a point of I have to criticize everything, which is fine if you want to criticize the weapons. It's totally fine. There's 14 types of weapons, so obviously, certain things are going to be a bit different. Some people like it, some people don't like it. It's a mixed match for some people. But at the end of the day, they are fixing certain things, they are adding certain things, decreasing certain things, which is kind of cool. Uh, oh my gosh, look at this stuff. This is just too much, honestly. This is just too much, honestly. When it came to Rise, I was going to use all 14 weapons, but then as I progressed in the game, I realized that that's gonna be a freaking problem because trying out all the weapons, it makes me very confused. I might as well just stick to like 3 weapons and that's it. And I stick to very simple stuff. I know there's a lot of complicated stuff. I try the complicated stuff out. It's way too difficult for me. So, it's fine if other people like it, but for me, it's just not my best thing. I like very simple stuff. Uh, like some of the newer weapons they've added across the years was so complicated to understand. Well, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm stupid. I guess I am stupid. Okay. So, okay, buddies. Okay, monsters. This is the interesting stuff. Now there's going to be bug fixes for monsters as well. Uh, okay. Oh, that's a lot of bug fixes for monsters. I'm guessing these bug fixes will obviously be with us. Possibly Sunbreak. No, maybe just Rise as well, not just Sunbreak. I don't know how it's going to work out for these bug updates. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of glad they're actually talking about what they'll be updating. For the past few months, they were very silent on that. So I'm very excited about that. They're very open about that. So that's good. That's very good that now, as the days come forth for the release date, they finally show what they're going to be updating. Before we just had to assume they're going to be updating a couple of things, but now we know a lot more. So, okay. We have new monsters. Let's check out the new monsters we have so far for Sunbreak. It's just so much. And plus the old monsters from Rise, they're also going to get an extra difficulty. So, it's going to be too much content. Oh my gosh, so much content. Now, for the past few weeks, there has been a lot of leaks for this game. Too many leaks to count. Some of them were fake, some of them were real. And I looked upon these leaks. Some of them felt so real. But then I realized that maybe all of them are fake. But in reality, one of them was actually real. And they kind of guessed these monsters pretty accurately. In fact, one monster was actually leaked out in a video on 4chan, like a 9-second video. And even an image of the monster has been leaked out. So, I don't know how certain people got hold of the game very quickly, but honestly, it's pretty crazy. So here we have our flagship monster, basically the mascot of the game. Now, it's not going to be the main boss of this game. It's going to be something different. So he is basically inspired by vampires, Dracula. So he's going to basically move very elegantly like that. He also has these little bats that look like butterflies. These bats obviously absorb life force from you. And when this guy dies, when you finally take him down, these bats float away. They leave his body as if they don't really need him anymore. So it's pretty cool to see that. We then have Garan Golem, a monster that's inspired by Frankenstein and I guess a golem. I don't know about that, but is heavily inspired by Frankenstein. Is a large ape, and of course he has water and I think fire element or blast. I can't really tell, but I guess blast. Okay, now it's a very interesting monster. I really hope the fight is very cool. Then we have Luna Garon, inspired by werewolves and the Wolfman. Now, it's an ice monster. It's gonna be really cool to fight him. Now we have new subspecies and returning monsters. Okay, so we have Shigaru Magala, basically a adult version of Gore Magala. So that's gonna be cool. We have a new monster, well, a new variant, Scorned Magnamalo. Now, Magnamalo was the flagship of the previous game. Now he has a variant that achieves an even more twisted, malevolent form. So it looks much more angrier than his previous form, and you can see these jagged little, what do you call them? I forgot. But you can see how jagged it is. in its original form, it's all clean cut. So yeah, pretty interesting. We also have Furious Regine, a variant of the original Regine. This is all too cool. This is so cool, you know? And the fact that there was an actual leak, you know, and it the leak said this monster is going to appear in the game. It's amazing. We also have the other monsters they mentioned over the past few months. We have Gormagala, Espinas, Seragios, Astalos, Blood Orange Bishaten, Magma Almadron, Aurora Sumnicant, Pyra Ragnar Kadaki, Daimyo Ermital, Shogun Shianata. I know that's a mouthful, but trust me, that's just so much. They also shown us another monster that's going to be appearing in the next update. They are going to be giving us few free updates. I'm kind of glad that Capcom never went with the idea of basically charging people for updates, because that would suck. A lot of game companies this day and age, they like to overcharge for updates, which is crazy, you know? Because if you purchase a $60 game, okay, let's just say you purchase a $60 game, you should not be required to purchase a small, minuscule thing to succeed in the game. I don't think that's necessary. If the game was free, I think it's okay to have pay to win. But if you bought a game for $60, you expect that game to have every piece of content, you know? So it's really annoying to see many games do this, but when it comes to Monster Hunter, it's very much, free updates and stuff like that, and pretty cool, you know? So this is going to be our next update. We have Seething Basilgeuse. Now, Basilgeuse is a monster. It's an invading wyvern. And basically, it drops bombs on people. That's literally it. These little things, it just drops it upon the ground. And this is his variant. The variant of this monster is much more powerful. And yeah, I fought this variant in Iceborne. A very powerful variant, I will say. We also have Lucent Nargacuga, I guess, rare species. Yeah, rare species of Nargacuga that can turn invisible. You know, it's amazing to see how many cool monsters are finally coming out. Okay. They also mentioned that there's going to be another free armor, I guess. Now, where can I find it? Okay, I don't think I can find it over here. But there's going to be another update, or I guess it's going to be with the update for Rise, with the 13 gig of updates, I guess. Where basically they're giving you free armor sets so you can actually stride through the game with ease. And then you can get on with this type of content, you know? Pretty cool. Okay, not much new stuff over here. Okay, so anything else? Now, the game is coming out on the 30th of this month, basically on Thursday. So, yeah, it's gonna be a long time. The demo is available if you're interested. This is just all too cool. Honestly, it's just so amazing that they're giving us so much content. Now, I was gonna get the physical copy of this game, but they're not selling it in my country, so I purchased the digital version instead. You know, and purchasing the digital version, I never really liked getting digital versions because I'm more of a collector, but this time around it's not available in my country yet, so obviously I decided to purchase it quickly. So there is gonna be a free update. Oh, on the 29th actually. Basically, you'll be able to download this armor set. This armor set will basically grant you more defense, and you'll be able to upgrade the previous weapons that they gave for free, and obviously you can use that to literally glide through the base game. You know, they want you ready for the expansion, so they want you to finish up the base game. So as you can see, we have a beautiful armor set. That's very beautiful. I do know for a fact someone is gonna get offended by this. People always get offended when the females wear short stuff. I don't get that, you know. Sorry for this little rant, but anytime a video game has like a hot character, all of a sudden it's offensive, you know. I don't get that. Why? Why? But the people who complain about that are the ones wearing short stuff like this as well. So I don't see a problem. There shouldn't be a problem, you know. But I guess people try and make it a problem, you know. There's nothing wrong with this, you know. So yeah. Okay. So this is going to be cool. So tomorrow a free download of this armor can be available. I guess a quick free update as well. So you can update these weapons as well and get them into high rank, and then you'll be able to finish the game fast. To be honest, I'm not done with the game. I never finished the game yet, okay? I'm still taking my sweet time. So I might as well use these weapons to rush ahead. But that won't really be fun, would it? I mean, I still have Sunbreak. I can play it any time of the year. You know, nothing's gonna hold me back, so I might as well take my sweet time, you know? Honestly, I don't know. I might use this to rush up. You know, I'm almost done with the story. I'm almost done. Very closely done, I would say. And then, obviously, I'll get into Sunbreak. And Sunbreak is going to be very, very interesting, you know? I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm really looking forward to it. I bet you when Sunbreak is out, I bet you $5 that, like, literally, like 2 hours after the release of Sunbreak, people would have posted the endgame story mode. People would have posted it. I bet you, because people really play things fast these days. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if someone uploads it like even an hour after the release. You know, they upload the entire game. That would be so funny, honestly. But yeah, I think it's totally worth it if you're interested in Monster Hunter, and if you purchased Rise, you can purchase this. There's also going to be versions for physical copies to get, you know, both of them, to get both versions, you know, to get Sunbreak and Rise, you know. That's cool, but I don't have that. I can't get that because it's not available in my country. I was gonna get that specific version, the physical copies, but for some reason it's not available. I guess it might be available maybe a couple weeks from now. You know, maybe in some countries you can pre-order it, but maybe not here. Kinda sucks. Kinda sucks, but I already purchased it digitally, so, you know, the payment went through, so, you know, it will come on the 30th, you know. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. If I should rush the base game or take my sweet time, because I really want to get to Sunbreak. And when I get to Sunbreak, I'll take my sweet time. Or I should just take my sweet time on both. Because let's be real, nothing is really forcing me to play the game fast. You know? Okay, I guess that's it for the video. Honestly, it's amazing that Capcom just threw this trailer at us. I was surprised. Maybe tomorrow we're supposed to get a trailer, but no, they surprised us today. We might get a final trailer on June 30th, which will be the launch trailer. So that's very interesting to point out. You know, we'll get a trailer on 30th, you know? Just a launch one. It's going to be basically a what do you call it? I don't know, a collage? No, not a collage. A mashup of different clips all together. You know, basically just for promotion stuff. They need a short trailer for the launch trailer. So it's gonna be a very quick mashup and maybe like one monster teased for the free update. But it's really cool that Sunbreak is getting a lot of love. You know, really cool. Alright then. Anyways, I guess that's it for this video. My throat is ebbing. I need to take some rest, okay? This news is very exciting. It's such good news, honestly. you know? I had no idea what to do, and then all of a sudden Capcom drops the freaking trailer. It's amazing, honestly. Um, so, this is cool. I will have to go now. Okay, let me just check the. Let me just check. Let me just check if they updated the full roster in the fandom site. This is the site where I go to for all Monster Hunter related lore and stuff like that, you know?